Alright, I just wanted to show you guys the bottom of the trailer with all the stitch screws put in before I started putting the flashing on. I already started and I'm not very good at it. I thought it was like duct tape. It's not. Hopefully there's a learning curve and I get better at it, because yeah, I've kind of done a crap job so far. I mean, I think it'll work, but good thing people aren't going to be looking under here, I guess. Alright, so I'm putting on the flashing tape over these creases and on the outside borders. I don't know if you ever worked with this stuff, but do you know how annoying aluminum foil is? Imagine if you put super glue on aluminum foil. That's like working with this stuff. So I can't really say I've gotten any better at doing it, but I'm slightly less worse. Here's a tip: if you leave a little bit right here, it's easier to peel off. It's really sticky. So I just folded it in half and then put it in the crease. And you just want to make sure that you get it completely attached on all the edges. Try to get the bubbles out, but and then doing the pieces in the middle. I don't know if you can see. If you adhere the middle first and then kind of work your way to the outside, it gets a little bit smoother, but stuff is tough. I mean, it's easy, it's just kind of awkward to work with. Apparently you can cut yourself with it, because Jordan somehow managed to cut herself on it, and in like 2 seconds she was working with it. So be careful, it's dangerous. I can't really talk. I gashed my finger open on insulation. Yeah, bet nobody watching has ever done that. Takes some real talent to gash your finger open, and it wasn't like little, it was bleeding everywhere. Good thing I'm a paramedic, I guess, right? Alright, I think that's it for the flashing tape. It's pretty forward. You just put it on all the cracks and creases, and it just seals everything up nice and tight. Alright, just real quick, I'm going to tell you what we used for this part of the video. So, obviously measuring tape. We used a razor blade knife to cut the insulation. We used R-Max Thermosheath 3. Each inch is R3. We're going to use the extreme heavy duty liquid nails to attach the seal gasket to the frame, so there's no thermal bridging between the metal and the wood. And then we had to get a sander, because when you screw up with the great stuff, or toxic whipped cream as I like to call it, you have to sand it down and get it even with the trailer. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this part.
Okay, so as of right now, we're putting in the foam boards for the insulation. All you have to do is cut them down to size. In the last video that we did these with, we said to use a razor blade knife like this. You take this, since it's already cut down, you push it in first, and then push it down, like such.
You probably could have trimmed that one a little smaller, but...
Okay. Then you use great stuff, which is spray foam, to fill in the cracks, like here, and then we would have to cut one of these down slightly to fit it in right here.
With the great stuff, be careful with it. They don't mess around. It extends a lot, and yeah, you don't want to get it on your hands. I was pretty much like, whatever, no can's gonna tell me what to do, and I covered my hands with it. I'll try to put a picture on here. And it took me 4 hours to scrape it off.
I've had this on for 2 days.
Yeah. So obey the can. Can is wise. Also, if you get it on the frame, take a wet washcloth and try to get it off.
Like instantly.
And yeah, right away. Because if you don't, it dries wicked quick. And then you're like screwed.
Tried with these.
So we're going to be putting another frame. We're going to be laying 2x4s sideways and building a frame up here to add another almost 2 inches to the insulation. Make sure when you order the trailer that you tell them how much of a gap you want with these, because I was under the assumption right here that all of them came like 5 inches deep, and they don't. So there's only like 3 inches here, and that really cut down on my insulating power.
Which is why we're building the frame.
Which is why I have to build a frame, and now essentially kill 2 inches of the headspace I was trying to save by building in the trailer. Okay, so just a side note, there's certain areas like here that are hollow. I fill those with great stuff too. Just because it'd probably be a pain, and I don't know how effective it would be if I tried to fill it with foam board. But I mean, like I said, don't go crazy with the stuff. See what I mean? It won't stop. It's like freaking out. I don't know.
I think that's it dying.
Okay. Alright, here, take it. But as long as it's wet, it'll kind of smush down and conform to what you need it to do. Sometimes you have to keep a little bit of pressure on it though, so it doesn't expand. Alright, so we finished the frame for the extra insulation for the subfloor. What we did, I moves. So we just cut each piece, and they go this way. I don't know really how to describe that. So this one butts up with that one butts up with that one, and so on all the way around. And then, of course, we measured those in, and then screwed them in there and there. They're not connected yet because we have to take them up and attach the sill gasket underneath. This is the stuff we used. We did not use it like this, but this must have been Jaden. Driving bits, Jaden's little sanding invention. Apparently Moose's chewing pencil. Tape measure. Use GRK. Multi-purpose screws. These things are awesome. I love them. Boom. And then since I broke like 100 bits, we just brought the whole case out here. Let's see what else can I take you. So these will get screwed together, and then we're gonna fill with insulation, and then the plywood, the tongue and groove 3/4 inch will go on top of that.
let you start.
Go.
So we got the sill gasket on there.
This is a really funny part of the project.
Metal and the wood. We have it in between there to prevent thermal bridging. New learned term for me. We used liquid nail extreme heavy duty construction adhesive in between the sill gasket and the metal to hold it in place.
So, okay, we have the frame on here, so hindsight 2020, blah, blah. If you're going to do it this way, put the frickin' sill gasket on first, because that was a beast, getting the frame back up off, and putting the sill gasket back down, and then putting the frame back on. Broke off a couple boards. Anyways, so I forgot to mention these are 24 on center. They will also go up to the walls, which is kind of another good thing about adding this part, because we were going to go along with the trailer frame, which is 16 on center, and that uses a lot more boards, it's a lot heavier, so, and you don't really need to. So the whole trailer frame up is going to be 24 on center now too. Once we get, next we're gonna bolt these down. So they're gonna go, the bolt's gonna go through here and all the way out through the trailer. Once we put the frame up, we're gonna take the bolt back out and put the bolt through both of them. So just to add a little more stability and use less bolts, because those things add weight too.